Hi, this is Tim Campso with Action Coach of Indiana and our Business Spotlight series, where we interview local businesses to promote them through our social channels and email database. And the reason for that is because when all small businesses are strong, the economy is strong. And this is a free service that we provide. So today I have the pleasure of chatting with Cherelle. Cherelle, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on today.
Thank you, Tim. Happy to be here.
Fantastic. Well, before we get on to the business side, I'd like to have you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you personally.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Cherelle Lampkins. I've been in the fitness industry for going on 15, 16 years at this point. Went to graduate school for it, love it. I've been teaching, managing staff in the fitness industry. I've sold fitness equipment. I mean, you name it, I've pretty much done it in the fitness industry. I love the Carmel community, and I love the approach that we take at Eat the Frog. I'm excited to talk to you guys about it a little bit more.
Fantastic. Well, let's do that. Tell us a little bit more about the company.
Yeah, so I am currently the studio manager, and I also am the head coach at Eat the Frog, the Carmel studio. So we have three locations: Carmel, Zionsville, and also one down on Mass Ave. It's pretty cool. Our members can access all three studios with their membership. So we have a holistic approach to fitness. So we have three different formats folks can take. They can take a strength class, an agility class, or a cardio class. And it's kind of nice because we cater to all fitness levels. That's the biggest thing that we want to get across to everyone. It's super intimidating for a lot of folks to step into a facility like ours, and just having that welcoming, hey, we are gonna modify things to your fitness level, and we can also make things extremely difficult for a triathlete, for example. And so the big thing we want to get across also is what the heck is Eat the Frog? People always ask us, what does it mean? So it's actually from an old Mark Twain quote. In his reference, he references eating an actual live frog. And he says, if you have to eat a live frog, do it first thing in the morning and the rest of your day will be easy peasy. So for a lot of folks, fitness is their frog. So it's kind of one of those things that I think a lot of people can relate to.
Absolutely. We actually use the Eat the Frog phrase in our practice as well, in terms of business owners. Well, what's the thing you don't want to do? Let's get that out of the way first thing in the morning. So
very cool. I love it. A lot of people haven't heard of it, and I like to educate people about it because it's really cool.
it is very cool. I did not know the backstory though, so now I have a better story to be able to tell my clients. So thanks for sharing.
There you go.
So how long has Eat the Frog been in business?
So we opened 2 summers ago. So in summer of 2019, started off with a bang. We had lots of great introductory specials, built a really good community off the bat. Of course, like all small businesses kind of started to struggle once the pandemic hit. And now we're kind of back on the upswing. I think that people are kind of getting out and about a little more often.
Wonderful. So who do you serve? Who would you say is your best or ideal client? We call that a target audience.
Yeah, I mean, our target audience is someone who is looking for a community. I mean, that's really, we call ourselves the Frog Fam, the Frog Squad. We want to welcome everybody in and make you part of our family. So it's not just a place to go work out. It's a place to reduce stress. It's a place to find friends, socialize. And we have a lot of our members will hang around after class and talk about their days, talk about the workouts, and just form those personal connections. We actually have social gatherings every month as well. And we go to local businesses around different restaurants. So we generally try to go to the smaller businesses and host our events there so we can give back to them and bring business to them. So I think our ideal customer is just someone that's wanting a good community that's for all fitness levels, that we're going to offer you a ton of variety. We're going to keep you engaged, and we're going to keep you motivated.
Wonderful. So you mentioned the pandemic a little bit. So what was the greatest impact that COVID had on your business?
I mean, just like every other gym, just membership, right? I mean, we're a fitness center. Automatically people think germs when they think of COVID, and once the message got across and studies were being brought to the forefront, actually gyms were one of the lowest places. The incidence of it being contagious, I should say, probably one of the least likely places you were going to catch it. We saw a number of members freeze their accounts, which was better than a cancellation, because then they just unfreeze and they come back again. But I would say our biggest hit, I mean, is the obvious one. That's just loss of membership. That's us now trying to build back our memberships, offering promotions, letting people know that, we are cleaning our equipment all day, every day. We have different policies that we put in place, keep people spaced apart and that sort of thing. So we are still taking it seriously. Even though, a lot of people have kind of started to not be as cautious, but we want to try to keep our guard up a little bit so it doesn't fizzle again.
Fair enough. So everyone had to pivot during the pandemic to find ways to survive. What's one major change that you guys implemented that helped you to make a difference during the crisis, and how did that work for you guys?
So we actually pivoted. We were completely closed. So we offered all virtual sessions. So we would log on. We'd have like 3 or 4 different sessions you could log on to every day. And all the coaches just set up an at-home gym studio. Maybe light dumbbells, bands. Some people didn't have any equipment. So we would improvise and say, go grab a couple of cans of vegetables, go grab a laundry detergent bottle, whatever you could do to add resistance to an exercise. So we did that for 2 or 3 months of just nonstop Zoom virtual sessions. Then once we opened it back up again, we were at 6 people per session. We could hold 24 actually. And then as things start to get a little bit more opened up, we'd go up to 8. Okay, now we're ready for half capacity. And now we're back to full capacity again, but we're still keeping them very small. I can't tell you the last time we had more than 15 in a session, I would say. So we try to still keep it pretty small.
Wonderful. So the virtual sessions, that's ingenious. Do you find people still want to do it that way?
Yeah, I mean, we kept people engaged through it. We offered it it was a free thing that we were offering. If people keep the memberships open, we welcomed that if they were able to do that financially, which helped us get through that time. But our members are actually used to virtual sessions. So our studio is open 24/7. That's kind of the big draw. One of the many things actually that makes us very different from other boutique studios is our 24/7 access. So we have 2 huge IMAX screens running at all times. So you have a fob if you're an unlimited member, and you can just let yourself into the studio and do the workouts along with our animated guy. His name's Tad. And so you could actually have your own workout without a coach. We have instructor-led sessions, and we also have virtual sessions. So around the clock, we're always open for our members.
Oh, fantastic. So here's an interesting question. It's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what's a mistake that you've made along the way that you'd be willing to share for others to learn from your experience?
Yeah, I think the mistake, it's not really a mistake. I mean, it ended up being fine, but I think we just kind of assumed, especially right now, I think we assumed we could just open back up and everyone would be kind of comfortable with it. We're in the COVID discussion, so I'll just stay on that avenue. I think, you have to learn from that experience. Everyone in the whole world is continuing to learn every day from that experience. But I think we opened up and expected the floodgates. And we only had 6 people per session. We opened back up and we'd maybe get 2 or 3 in some of them because everyone just wasn't quite comfortable. And so that was discouraging for us. We were trying to get people back together and get people back into the studio. And so having that assumption, and I guess making that kind of mistake, maybe it was too early. I don't know. We talk about it often, like, did we open back up too early, or should we have waited, or did we do it the right way? But I mean, the bottom line is what is happening right now, there isn't really a wrong or right way. Everyone's just trying to get by and trying to stay open and try to, continue to build our business. So now I think we have a good grasp on it. I think the biggest thing as a business owner, manager, is you're going to make mistakes. It's kind of trial and error with this sort of thing. I think that we're on the mend at this point.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that and being willing to let others learn from your story. So what do you feel is going to be the biggest challenge over the next 12 months?
Yeah, I think our biggest challenge is just going to continue to retain the memberships that we have, because there's a lot of competition in our area. So in Carmel, there's a boutique studio, I mean, within a mile of you, almost everywhere you go. And so it's a very saturated market. And so we have to continue to talk about why we're different, and we're different in so many ways. I mentioned the virtual aspect. We're open 24/7. I mentioned we have 3 different options: strength, agility, and cardio. And these are all great options to give you a holistic approach to your fitness. We're not just a running place. We're not just a cycling studio. We have a lot of different components to each workout. And we do fitness evaluations. So we give you a pre and post evaluation after 8 weeks and give you guaranteed results. So having those pieces in place really sets us apart from other facilities. So retaining our memberships by, I mentioned the monthly social events that we do. We offer different stretching clinics, just complimentary things for our existing members. So member retention for us, I think, is always going to be a challenge. So you have to continue to keep providing excellent service for the front end staff to the coaching staff. And then in turn, they're going to bring in new members as well. So member referrals are extremely important for our survival, continuing to bring in new people, husbands, wives, aunts, uncles, everybody's welcome. So
you've mentioned boutique a couple of times. Can you explain what that means for the audience?
Yeah, so boutique studio, it's a small intimate setting versus a large box gym. Without naming names of large gyms, the gyms you walk into and there's just machines everywhere, right? This is a small, very isolated group. It's small group training. We're very hands-on. You're getting one-on-one attention. We're paying attention to your form. It's a small group. So that's really important for us to keep it small so we can make sure you're exercising effectively and moving correctly. And we're there to motivate you, where versus a box gym where you're kind of walking in and doing your own thing. Ours is extremely guided. And we also have you hook up to a heart rate monitor. So we're actually seeing where your heart rate is throughout the session. You're seeing how many calories you're burning. And you're also able to see which heart rate zone you're in throughout the entire workout.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. So second last question, we'll get your contact information so that we can provide that along with this video. But is there anything else you wanted to make sure that we covered today?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I want everyone to know is everyone is welcome. We don't care what fitness level you're at. I don't care if you've never worked out a day in your life. And we're here for you. We're here to make sure that you're comfortable and you're welcome. You're going to be part of our frog fam the second you walk in the door. I want to make sure that everyone knows that. And if you're not, you're not a fan of an instructor, you can choose our live memberships where you're coming in and doing the workout on your own with the screen. So we have something for everyone. And we also have a lot of stretching options as well. And we really emphasize mobility and rest days. So we're not just go, 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 go. We have really emphasize having time off. So you're not just constantly in the gym. So I really want everyone to know that we are a community and it's a social hub too, not just a fitness center.
Fantastic. So if folks want to learn more about you guys and figure out if it's the right fit for them, how do they go about that?
Yeah, so you can either call or text us. It's at 317-449-FROG. We'll respond pretty much immediately. On this interview, my Apple Watch has gone off a few times, missing a few phone calls from people. So give us a text, give us a call. We'll get you hooked up. The greatest thing is your first session is free. So first workout is always free, just so you can come in and experience the studio and not have any obligation at all.
Fantastic. So we'll make sure to include that phone number in the comments as well. So last question here. Tell me what's been most inspiring to you during all the craziness of the last 18 months?
I'll tell you what, the inspiring thing is our members. I'm going to tell you what, the inspiring thing about our studio is our members are loyal. They are there. I mean, we just celebrated someone getting 500 sessions completed. Like that's like mind blowing. I'm trying to work on 200. And we've only been open for just 2 years, right? And if you do the math, that's a lot of workouts. So our members inspire me. It inspires me to work harder. I coach a session. I want to stay and do a session because I just got motivated by the 500 calories someone just burned, and it's the members. The members 100% are so loyal and so inspiring, and they push me to work harder every day.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So that does conclude our interview. For folks listening, if you've heard something that's piqued your interest, please take advantage of that free offer. Email them, call them, text them, get yourself signed up for that first day free and learn a little bit more about how Eat the Frog can help you accomplish your goals. And as a thank you for everyone appearing on the show, we do offer a complimentary coaching session. So Cherelle, we'll talk about that offline here. And just want to thank you so much for sharing about your company today. And I wish you tremendous success.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate the time.
All right. Have a fantastic day.
You do the same.
Awesome. Wonderful.